7 best short-term investments. Let's talk about short-term and long-term. At the end of our video, I'm going to share with you personally what I do. I'm not giving you advice. I'm an educator, but I'll tell you what I do on short-term investing. Specifically, we're going to talk about what is short-term investing, what are the best choices for 2022, because there's a lot more options than what the traditionalists say. And then number 3, what makes a good one? So I'll give you some criteria. So get a pen and paper. This will be important for a lot of you, especially beginning investors. So what is short-term investing? Short-term investing, really, there's definitions out there that are on the internet, but what is short-term for you? Are you saving up a bunch of money to buy your first rental property? Are you saving up a bundle of money to do another investment? Are you putting money together, then you've got to have it liquid for college? So short-term is relative. Like, what's short term to you? Some of you, it's 90 days. Some of you, it's 9 months. Some of you, it's 2 years. Average investments in the alternatives that I teach are usually 3 to 5 years. That's kind of a nice sweet spot for a lot of investors. But that's considered more midterm. That's not short term. Short term, really, I can't define that for you. Right? But I would stay in the year no longer than 18-month category. But you decide what that is. Why do you want it? Because why do you want your cash just sitting around? Right? Why do you just want your cash sitting doing nothing? And you could be making some interest on it. Again, debt is the cost of money. So if you're the bank and you could borrow your money out to somebody in a secured first position, and you could make 10, 15, 20% as a hard money lender, first of all, do you have enough money to do that? How short term can the project sustain, getting the money back to you? There are a lot of real estate projects that can be short term, but they also carry, especially with the pandemic, some risk. The supply chain's off, the cost of goods are off, their ability to flip that project to get your cash back is off. There's a lot of variables in the market that, unless you have a really good project manager, there's some inherent risk in that. So what do the traditionalists say? If you go look this up on the internet, what do they say the top 7 short-term investments are? I'm going to read them because I don't memorize them because they're not what I do. Here we go. Right? High yield savings accounts. So you just put in a savings account. The one thing I would say, and I'm just going to give some counter to each of these, there are some savings accounts, most of them are international, that do pay 5, 6, 7%. So if that's okay, that's actually makes that okay. But a high yield savings account's usually under 1%. Like, really? Short-term corporate bond funds. You kind of got to become an expert in bonds. Like, I know bond managers who become millionaires just trading and organizing bonds. One of my cousins, that's what he does. That is not my category. Interesting. Money market accounts. Again, what are you going to make? Less than 1%. Cash managed accounts. Short-term U.S. government bond funds. No penalty CDs. Treasuries, and money market mutual funds. So that's what the market's going to say. So you're going to be out, you're going to look, and then you're going to come here and you're going to say, Loral, how come you say such different things? Because number one, my goal is to make you a millionaire. I'm the millionaire maker. I'm not the safety maker like Susie Orman and Dave Ramsey, and I wouldn't even know that their strategies are safe making. I would just say they want to keep you safe in some odd way, but they want you debt free. They want everything that I don't want. Listening to them and listening to me, if you are listening to them, would be like saying you want to be skinny and fat. You can't have both. You're going to pick a path. You're going to get healthy or you're going to stay unhealthy. Same thing. You want to be poor, you want to get rich. We're the rich category. So what do wealthy people do in short-term investing? Number one, we use a software called iFlip. A large majority of our clients, it's a company that actually was formed out of our community, run by one of our community members. It's not a community project, anybody in the world. It's a free app. It's a software that allows you to put your money into smartfolios, and it has high liquidity. You can put it in, 48 hours later, you can get it out. There's no fees. You just pay for the software, and the money moves in and out of the market. What I love about it, it takes you out of the market when the market gets really volatile. It's designed by probably one of the wealthiest men I know. So I use iFlip in many of my companies and instances for just having extra cash. So it's doing something. Now, I mentioned earlier you could be the bank, right? So you could do some notes. The challenge with those is the project duration. I've had people, be the bank and lend out money at hard money loans for buying inventories, buying merchandise, What if that merchandise and inventories don't move fast enough? Can they really get you paid back fast enough? So there's some risk inherent to putting your money into other projects. If the project gets tangled up, gets delayed, which in COVID, it's given everyone an excuse in the world to have a delay about something. Some are real, some are just escalated. So it's a little risky to do that. If I know the project and I know the owners, I do that. So a third one, if you're willing to put your little toe in the water and you know how to manage it, but I would get some experts around you. And I do have a lot of NFT training here on this channel. So you can go to my search bar at the top. You can type in NFT training. I actually have 3 very different experts, very different opinions. So you could put your money into cryptocurrency, right? Through like a Coinbase or a Coinbase Pro. Invest in some, I would say, stock and block ones like Ethereum or Bitcoin. And put your money in. You got the risk of it going up or down. You got a little ride out there. As long as you manage it really, really closely. I've known people to do really, really well. I've seen people make 100% overnight. There's no guarantees on any of this. If you want safe, I would lean towards high yield, the savings account, the money markets accounts. There are banks who allow international accounts that literally do 5, 6, 7%. And there's high liquidity. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what makes a good short-term investment. Like, what are some of the criteria? Before we do that, though, I want you to click on the bell and say, I want to be here every day. I need some financial literacy in my life. And then I want you to share it with a lot of people, call your friends and family, because you need to start bringing money into your family conversation. If you want to stay financially illiterate, good luck. If you want to engage in this economy, in this wild ride we're in right now called this pandemic and walking through it and out of it, you need to get financially literate. You have to get in front of this. You cannot just park your money with financial planners, your lawyer who doesn't have any ability to manage your money, but it's amazing how many people do that, or your accountant. It's not their job. It's yours for you and your family. So what are the things that make a short-term investment good? Number 1 is liquidity. That's what short-term's about. All right, especially if you're putting some money together because you want to go, get 20, 30, 40, 50,000, whatever you're working on putting together to go buy your first real estate project, then, what I would do is I put it in iFlip. I let it make money over there. The most I've ever lost in iFlip is 2.8%, right? So I put it there, I let it accumulate, and then I bring it back out to go do my project. So liquidity means you can move money. And again, it's up to you. If you need money like immediately in the day, just keep it in cash. If you need it in 24 hours, typically you're gonna have to keep that in cash. Usually you can withdraw in about a 24 to 48 hour period. But if you say I want it between now and 24, that's good luck with that. And if you know something, put it in the comments. I'd love to know what you're out doing out there. What else makes a short-term investment good? You can say stability, and then you really have to look at that duration. The first question I started this video with is, what does short-term mean to you? So you do need to look at, can the investment that you're doing bring that money back to you? Is it stable? And then you got to look at the managers, right? Who's running? Who's going to touch? Who are you going to send that money to? And what are they going to do with it? And do they have the experience, the capacity, and really track record of bringing that money back to investors? There's a lot of people who are desperate who want money in the beginning. They don't deserve it. They have no experience. The last one is low transaction fees. If you have short-term money, you do not want to spend a lot of money in transaction fees. So believe it or not, what you're going to be shocked about, the stock market and your broker is taking a lot. So even on those bonds and mutual funds and the things that are suggested on the internet, you have no idea the power of the hidden fees in those. So even though they're liquid, the hidden fee transaction is astonishing. So be very careful out there. If you want to learn more, again, stay on this channel every day. To get started to, really with our community and learn more, I want you to click on the link. There's a quiz. You take a quiz, takes a few seconds. It puts you into a financial personality. That gives us a way to start a conversation of, where you are and what we could help you with. That's going to be followed by an application. Again, takes a few seconds to fill out. And that puts you directly in touch with one of our strategists who are going to call you, set up an appointment, have a meeting about what we can do to help you move forward, whether it's short-term investing and learning about that, or just starting some financial literacy for you and your family. Begin today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.